method of transportation. Let's get in the car. You all right? Have a seat. We're turning out of my allotment. We're turning on to 62. And then we're taking that hyper mile ride right up 71, 77, whatever. We get off at the exit, and I hit the green light for a change. And I go right through, and I pull right into our parking lot. That's how you get to Toastmasters. How do you join Toastmasters? Fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests, welcome visitors, Mr. Toastmaster. Toastmasters is really simple to join. You fill out a form, you give us money, we vote for you, and you're a Toastmaster. Ta-da! That's how you get to Toastmasters. But there's so much more to Toastmasters than just pulling in. And you might think that it's only about speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters is not just about speeches. In fact, Toastmasters has a highly reformed, over decades, leadership track. And the first book in that process is called the Leadership Manual. It's a great tool to get you started. But it's not the end. It gets you onto the interstate. Toastmasters is the fast way to learn public speaking. You know, I could drive from Louisville, and I could take that back road, and then I could go on Cleveland Avenue. You know what I'm talking about. There's a stop sign or a stoplight every 50 feet on Cleveland Avenue. Or I can take the freeway, zip right up here, get right here, pull into that driveway. Toastmasters speeds you up. What are your goals? What are your dreams? You can go the slow way. You can go to college, you can take a speech class, and you might get 3 or maybe 4 opportunities to give a public speech to a bunch of board class people without any immediate response from anybody. No feedback, no learning. Or you can get on the highway with Toastmasters, and you can, in 10 speeches, get immediate feedback and become an amazing speaker. There's a natural outcome to being an amazing speaker. You become a leader. And whether you want to or not, when you learn how to communicate, people will then gravitate toward you. There are roles in Toastmasters to help you achieve those things. When I think about the word roles, I think about transportation. So we're going to talk today a little bit about the roles in a Toastmasters club of the officers. And we'll start with my job. I am like a moving van. I move all this stuff in, I clearly move it around, and then I'm going to move it back out when we're done. Being a sergeant at arms is an important task because you set the tone of the meeting. If things aren't in their proper place, or things are not organized, it feels a little frenetic, doesn't it?
Ooh.
Today, you saw a really good example of a sergeant at arms who was not quite on her toes. You guys ever think about a smart car? You know, those little things? My daughter wants one in the worst possible way. They're about this long, and they put 2 people in it, and they're the most economical way to transport people. That's like our treasurer. He's concerned with the economy of our club. Then there's the mom van. I've had one for many years. It's got everything in it. It's got the juice boxes. It's got the leftover popcorn. It's got this. It's got that. A mom van is like a secretary. Everything in its place, on time, where it's needed to be. Okay, I see many of you are not responding to my vehicular metaphor. So let's talk about roles, shall we? We have 3 presidents of vice presidents. And I would say that our vice president of public affairs is like a muffin. You gotta manage a lot of stuff and hold a lot of things in one place, and so does a blueberry muffin. And you can use Facebook, you can use LinkedIn, you can use the Toastmasters.org site. There are so many ways that a vice president of public relations can get that tasty bit of information out to the people. Let's go with this one. Oh. I can sell this clearly. Do I have to bid? No.
That's mine.
Actually, it is. This is the Vice President of Education. Very sweet, tasty, and convoluted. Let me tell you, when I looked at her job description, all I could think was, she must be going in circles all the time. Just like this cinnamon roll. But she's got some good, tasty stuff. And one bite, and you will know that you have bitten into something good. Our Vice President of Education helps us get where we need to go by managing our education. That's what Toastmasters is about. Teaching us to be leaders, not just speakers. Okay. Our Vice President of Membership. It's a pecan roll. He manages the nuts. I'm so hungry. One more officer. One more officer. The height of pastry is French bread. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a baker. I have attempted to bake French bread innumerable times. Let me tell you, it is a skill that is not lightly achieved. It takes decades to try to get to be a good bread baker. And it takes somebody who is willing to work very, very hard to be a president. It's a hardy job. It's a job that requires heart and skill and a great deal of presence of mind. You like those metaphors more, huh? Who wouldn't? Toastmasters is a trek, but it's not the end in itself. Toastmasters helps you get where you want to go. You are given opportunities here that you will never be given anywhere else, and you are given a system here that can work for you. However, leadership is not given to you. Leadership must be sought. We can make somebody a president. We can make somebody a sergeant of arms. It doesn't mean they're going to do the job. You have to be willing to step up. So ladies and gentlemen, I put this to you. If you want to attain leadership in your life, if you want to find some new goals, get some new visions, see the world in a different way, the highway doesn't have to go from one stop to the very next one. Sometimes it goes across country. Sometimes it goes all the way to Arizona. But you gotta get on. You gotta drive. Get out of this passenger seat. Ladies and gentlemen, you can sit here and go for my ride, or you can drive. Mr. Toastmaster.